Yes, okay, so we are back for another tutorial Tuesday. You know how we do it. It's time for you to learn some insane skills. Today, it's actually going to be a freestyle combo. Don't worry, G_freestyle is not teaching you. We actually have a very special guest. Check his skills. Deya, bro, it's a pleasure to have you here. One of the craziest ballers in the game, you know how we do. And we've got pretty good blocking combo. This is like, actually, I helped you learn this one. It used to look a bit like this. And as you can see now, Deya is insane. So all it takes is hard work. How long have you been freestyling?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half. That is insane. And now, you know, I didn't want to share the knowledge on my own because I'm not that good at freestyle. So it's time for Deya to help with that. And also, if there's any freestyle skills that you want Deya's help with to learn, comment it down below right now. And who knows, maybe next tutorial Tuesday we'll have Deya back on to help teach them. Okay, so what it is a basic blocking combo. Anyone can start with this. All it needs is patience and practice. You know how we do. This is what it looks like. Okay, so step one, knee catch, looks a bit like that, and now it's time for you to learn it. This is how we do it. So essentially what it is, we're starting from flick up, strong foot on the ball, putting it right there. Get under the ball. I always find it hard to explain flick ups. I guess essentially we got to touch under, flick it up. Do you roll it back?
Yeah, roll it.
So roll it back, get under it, boom, just like that. And the aim, I always thought, try and get it to hip height and it will loop down. You want to get under the ball, you want to loop it towards you, so almost like, if you look at it from this angle, it comes backwards towards me.
As you flick it up, bring both knees together, sort of squeeze
it. Okay, so we're gonna pull it in, squeeze.
Yeah.
Just like that, and it should feel pretty comfortable. On the knee, this bit's gonna be important for later on. I try and have it like right on the dead center. I don't want it too low or too high. We really want it. And then when it's there, we're gonna be able to get on step two quite easily. If you're finding this difficult, what I'd recommend is practicing the flick up. As soon as you have the flick up coming into the right place, it really is quite easy. You'll notice without the ball, what I do, I have my feet together. They're not too close, they're not too far. They're just, you know, normal shoulder width apart. And what I do, I bend, so I go low. I can't open my legs when I stand straight, but when I go low, I can open them. That means I can close them. So, also one thing, I don't try and catch the ball as it's coming up. I don't try and do it fast. I wait for it to come up and down. So up, down, and I go up and down with it. So I bend my legs, open, close, done, stand up straight. We've got the ball in the legs. That's how we do. Time step two. Step two, pretty easy. If you've done the knee catch, this isn't too hard. Looks a bit like, well, that was it. You should be able to do this one. Once it's there, all we're doing, I put the knee catch too high. What we're doing, we're here, and I'm lifting my strong foot, and I'm putting it over my other foot. And the aim is that we're gonna drop the ball in between. We wanna drop the ball there where I'm pointing. We've got the ball here, we're going across. I'm gonna get ready to release it, all right? So it's a very important move, and when you do it at speed, it will look a bit like 1, 2. Okay, and this is why it's important when it's in your knees, because if you get it in the wrong position, kind of like if it's too low, you can't really move it, and if it's too high, you can't really move it. So you've got to practice getting it in the right place. I think one key thing as well is that the whole time I'm maintaining pressure. So right now I'm squeezing my knees in, and now I'm gonna squeeze, and I'm squeezing backwards, squeezing. So it's not gonna fall out, okay? So I'm squeezing whatever direction. Oh, okay, it fell out. Right foot over left foot, back. And that was step 3, I just did step 3. Yeah. Boom. Step 3, essentially,
as your right foot's over your left foot, or whichever foot you are, you drop the ball down and you catch the ball in between both feet.
Okay, so we're here, and we're just gonna put it down, and we're gonna put our foot down at the same time as the ball lands.
And you wanna have a tight grip for there to keep the ball.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's kind of the key. We're here, and you're just gonna drop it down, and you're gonna try and get it to land in this space. To drop it, you're just gonna release the pressure that you're squeezing. So you're just gonna move your foot forwards a little, and that will drop it. You just release the pressure. And then when you're used to that, when you drop it, release the pressure by going like this. And then you're gonna put your strong foot down on the floor, and you're gonna squeeze it at the same time as the ball lands. Sounds confusing, looks like this. Cool. Oh, that's what you don't want to happen. You do not want to put the ball onto your foot. It will bounce off. You want it to land on the outside of your foot, and you're actually gonna clamp it with the outside of your other foot, like this. You could even practice this without the ball, just to know what position you're in. Okay, then we're gonna flick it up, put it here, raise it, look at where it's gonna land. Yeah, that looks like the right place. Boom, just like that. And then I'm kind of off balance, and we're gonna wanna set our balance. To set our balance, we're gonna wanna bring this leg around the back. Step 4.
We bring the left foot around the back, keep the ball tight. And that's step
That's step 4. Yeah, easy.
Step 4.
So this bit is quite self-explanatory. You can practice this just from getting in position. Outside the foot, outside the foot. You can actually see that Deya's foot's angled differently. His foot's angled slightly out, like here, which means he's got less chance of dropping it on his own foot. Very good tip. Make sure he does that. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull the left foot, maintaining the pressure. I'm pushing the ball against my leg, against my leg, against my leg, boom. And you'll notice that when we do that, it actually comes off the floor. So I actually bend this leg. I bend my left leg here, and it comes up and down. You're not just going flat like this, it won't really fit. You're gonna bend this left leg, bend it, put it down, all right? Boom. Okay, so step 5, this is a pretty cool one. I like this one. This is gonna be the flick up. I've always kind of done it. This is the way that I do a rainbow flick. So it's like the Neymar rocket. And what it is, we're just gonna do a mini one. I'm gonna flick it in the air. We're just gonna go like that, boom. So all together, we've got step 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our strong foot, so my right foot, shoulder forwards a little. So we turn our body, boom. And now what we're gonna do the rocket. There's definitely a cool freestyle name. I'm sorry if I've offended anyone, but I just do it like the Neymar rainbow flick. And to do this, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bend my knees like so. Do you see that I'm side on? If I wasn't side on, and I was flat on, I tried the skill, it hit my butt. So we have to go side on, boom. And now what we're gonna do, we've got our butt out the way. We're gonna go forwards a little bit as I do it. So I'm gonna jump. You're gonna notice that my standing feet are gonna land a bit in front. Like so. Okay, so step 1 for practicing this trick, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have our body turn, and we're just gonna try and get the height. It's like a Neymar rocket. We're gonna try and have it not hit our butt. We're gonna flick up and just get the height. So just, how high can you do this?
I mean, this is how I rainbow it as well, actually.
Go on, how high?
Higher than me, which is good.
Yeah! Oh my days, it hit my back. No wait, I actually want to see how high I can do that. I threw it over a fence once. Anyway, we don't want it that high. We want it this high, just torso. And what we're gonna do, this is 2 tricks in one. First is the flick up, part 1. Part 2 is the catch. So how do you do that?
So as you come up, you sort of go back into the ball. You meet the ball up, and then squeeze both feet together.
Okay, so this, I think this is a confusing one, to be honest, when I first did it. And lots of people messaged me about it, and hence we're doing the tutorial. So what we're gonna do, we flick up, notice my feet, I go forwards. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop back. And when I hop back, I'm gonna open my foot a little bit, and then I'm gonna close it. So I let the ball come in, and I close it. So forwards, backwards. Perfect. And the whole time, I'm watching it over my shoulder. I'm not doing it without looking, like, that's,
No, we can.
you know, but we want to practice it looking, all right? So we're gonna go 1, 2, and then you can practice this, see how many you can do, and then maybe we're gonna add some flair onto it. If you want a tutorial for that, come on, man! I was doing so street_freestyle. If you want a tutorial for that, let us know. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. Comment. So yeah, all in one. It's gonna be flick up. Don't do it too high. Watch it and come back. And you'll notice my legs going around. It's like I'm doing a dance. Around.
Yeah.
Around and back, around. The lower the ball comes up, the faster you've got to be. So if it's here, fast. If it's here, you can do it much slower. But I like the rhythm when it's a kind of mid-height. Okay, step 5, and now going on to step 6.
Yeah.
This is a big one. Let's go.
2 parts to step 6.
You know how we do 2 parts. We're leveling up. Part 1. Well, you've just done it. The flick up. Easy peasy. Easy
Lemon
peasy.
squeezy.
We've got that. Lemon squeezy. That's what I was waiting for. Anyway, we've got that, right? The hard bit is going to be the finish. The finish is a calf catch. I am notoriously bad at the calf catch. Never really practiced it. I always wanted, but we still know how it works, and Deya can do it. So what we're going to do, calf catch, it's going to be here. I think the important thing to start with is there's lots of different ways you can catch it in your calf. You could catch it on that one. You catch it behind. You catch it, you know. The one we're doing is with our strong foot, so my right foot. I'm going to put it forwards. I'm going to bend this leg, and I'm going to turn it. Okay, so this is the kind of shape. And we want it to land in there in that calf. Key to this, the ball's gonna come up the same way that we do the knee catch, okay? The ball's gonna come up and it's gonna come down and we're gonna catch it. However, now we're gonna try and catch it in here. To do this, you gotta point your toes away from you and you're gonna close it. And at the same time, you just wanna get the timing right and it should sit like that. That is the best I've ever done it. Shout out that, cool. So that's the aim. We wanna loop the ball. So I recommend just doing this either from flick up or kick ups, not from part 1 to start with. So we're gonna flick it up, turn our body and we try and catch it. And a lot of the time for me, I find the issue is that I close my leg too early and it kind of rolls out. So it's really just work about time and work on pointing that foot and watch Deya do it because he's good at it. Cool. Okay, do it one more. See that, see that. Pointed toe shape. Nice, good, that's what we want. So point that toe, catch it. And oh, when I point the toe, look, it gets stuck in the heel. Very nice, I can do that. You know how we do. Anyway, we're gonna put it all together now. Looks a bit like this. Okay, so part 1 and 2 looks a bit like this. We're gonna flick it up. Now, whoa, there's a wasp on me. Please, wasp. What we're gonna do, we're gonna try and get it enough height that we've got enough time for it to loop down and catch it, but we don't want it too high and we can't have it too low. So, kind of this is gonna take some practice. You're just gonna put it up. That looks about right. Where's my leg? About there. That's gonna loop into it. So, just gonna flick up. Oh, see that? No grip, no grip. It just landed on my leg and rolled around. I'll take it. I'm not very good at freestyle, but you lot, you're better than me at freestyle, so you gotta learn this. You gotta learn it the proper way. Grip it, grip.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I will get that trick nicer one day. That is the combo complete. That is a great way to end the combo. Another great way to end combo. Accas. If you do this whole combo, film it, send it to me on Instagram, and if you can add an acca on the end, man, that's crazy. I'll have to share it on my page. So, this is what the full combo looks like. Let's run through it. Okay, step 1, flick up and catch. Step 2, over. Now step 3, drop it. Boom. Uncross our legs. Step 4, we have a little shimmy. Kind of forgot to add that as a step. Step 5, flick up, catch. And now, boy, now we've got the tough bit. We've got to try and get that calf catch. We're gonna flick it up. I'm gonna squeeze. Whoop. Squeeze.
Perfect.
The one time that I didn't do it wrong, Deya did it wrong. So street_freestyle full forward. Oh man, you're just showing off now. He's just showing off now. He just had to let us know that he's mad at calf touch. But that is it for today. That is all of it for today. Deya, thanks for rolling through. That is a nice combo, and I want all of you at home to learn it. This is the sort of freestyle that I first started practicing. There was a really good tutorial that I found on blocking. I'm gonna try and find it and put it in the description just in case you want to watch that one as well. It was great. Shout out Deya for coming through. Obviously go over, follow his socials there, follow my socials here. But what I don't want you just to follow us. I want you to film it, film your skills, tag us in them, and we'll share the best on our page. I'm excited to see you learn this, and please comment down below what skills you want to learn next. Let's go. Okay, but after you have commented what skill you want to learn next with the help of Deya, I want you to smash that like button if you have learned something, and of course don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, because these tutorials are coming out every Tuesday, and every Sunday there's more insane videos. The skills are kicking off, and I want all of you to be learning them with me. Let's go. Oh, why can I still not do the calf catch?